Yo, what up, dude?
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Pretty excited. I just got my second vax shot, so pretty
Awesome.
pumped.
Which one did you get?
Moderna.
Moderna. Okay. Um yeah, I know. I had to turn mine down too. Audio levels sound good though.
Yeah.
Um um did you hear about the Johnson and Johnson one?
I saw something about it, and then I was like, I just am not gonna read it right now, so you can tell me all about it.
Okay, it's just basically it's causing like blood clots for women specifically. Men haven't had the issue, just women are getting like lots of blood clots from the J&J. So
Oh.
So, as they say, takes a real man to take that Johnson.
Oh, I feel gross about that one. I feel real gross. Uh, just took my temp for the first time since I've been
Yeah.
home. I probably got this about 2.5 hours ago. I'm sitting at 99.1, so that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slowly rising.
Yeah, it's just a little warm, so, we'll check it periodically. You know,
Okay.
we'll see what's good. But it was super easy. I had to go all the way to the Bronx, which when I first got it, I went from Brooklyn all the way to the Bronx, which was like an hour and a half. I got off work like half an hour early, just took the train up. It took me about 40 minutes. Took it. The lady that was the receptionist there was my favorite lady ever.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so great. Um, like she's like asking me questions, and she's just kind of giddy, and she's like I'm kind of giddy as well. So she asks me like if I'm excited, and I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, but I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna like I know there's still like the 14 days afterwards that like until it really takes full effect. And she was like, "Oh, honey, when I got my second one, I was drunk for a whole week." My daughter was like, "What?" I was drunk as a skunk, walking into walls. Woo! I can't wait to go to every bar in New York City. And I was like, "Oh, cool. Well, I'm a bartender." And she was like, her like ears perked up, and she just stopped and went. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I work down in Chinatown. Come see me. Like, I would love to take care of you. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I work at a whiskey tavern. And she was like, that is my favorite bar. That is my favorite bar. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, and then she was like, all right, before you leave, you better come talk to me. And I was like, all right, cool. So I go get my shot. Same lady that gave it my first shot. So that was cool, I guess. And
Yeah.
I'm on my way out, and I'm just like, here you go. Here's my number. Drop me a line when you want to come through next, and we'll get weird. And she was like, ooh, we're gonna get so weird together. Ooh. She was fantastic. Her name was Desiree. All of those people are doing incredible work. But I think without further ado, I think, are you ready to get this started?
Let's do this.
All right, let's go. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to BFCU, a night where we talk about Marvel movies and how we have been deprived for the past year due to, what's happening in the world. If you haven't figured out already, it's annoying.
A little bit.
But lately we've had some cool things coming out, some really cool things that we won't really talk about because we don't want to get into any spoilers. But anyway, so, Jeff, what are you drinking and what's the last movie you saw?
Tonight I'm just having Guinness and some water. Keeping it simple. I went to go get water earlier, and I just ended up with more Guinness. I don't know how that happened.
I'm not surprised at all by that.
Yeah. Um, and the last movie I just saw, The Trial of the Chicago Seven, with Sacha
Ooh,
Baron Cohen. Um, who else is in it? Eddie Redmayne and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
nice, nice.
Great movie, great performance by Sacha Baron Cohen.
As always.
Yeah, but his Chicago accent was the absolute worst accent ever. That
Surprising.
man that man should just stay clear of American accents. He does not do them well. I always say Brits can only do one accent well, and that's Texas.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot
They
of
can
British actors that can crush Texas. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but like any other ones, not too great, not too great.
Hmm.
Um I feel like Australians can do really good just basic American accents, like Midwestern
Oh,
accents, but Brits,
I love it when I have a lot of Australian friends because I used to manage a restaurant that was half owned by Australian people, and I would always get them to just do American accents, and it would always make me so happy because they do it so well, but it sounds so
yeah,
weird. And at my old
yeah.
restaurant, we had a dessert called the Dirty Passion, and hearing them say like, I'm terrible. I have to like warm up my Australian accent, but like it's gonna come out British, but like it's a dirty passion. Like, all right.
Yeah.
But then when I'm just like, yo, Dan, will you say dirty passion in American accent? He's like, dirty passion.
Uh,
Oh.
that's great. CJ, what are you drinking? What was the last movie you've seen?
So I'm trying to make sure that I really take care of myself. So I've got a Pedialyte and vodka. Just kidding, it's just Pedialyte. I should have just put vodka in it because fuck it, I don't gotta work tomorrow. I'm
I
already gonna
drank
feel
the
like
night
shit.
after I. Yeah, I drank the night I got my second one, and I regretted it.
I've
I
been
was rough.
I've been told by a couple people, like one person that handled it really well, and the guy was just like, "Yeah, dude, I just got blacked out afterwards, and I was fine the next day." And I was like, "Where you know? Where you know? Okay." Um, and so I haven't watched a movie in the past week. It's been a very busy week for me. But I do play movies at the bar that I work at on three of the
Yeah,
TVs. And what I've started doing is I've started theming the movies because I have three of them. So and they all have pretty much the same list. So I try and like choose a genre or like just a common theme, I guess. And
yeah,
so I think the first day I did it was just like monster movies. And this dude came in and he was pumped. He was just on like a work break and he was like, "Man, I just want to drink here all day." "What? You got Pacific Rim on this TV? That's King Kong over there? And then Jurassic Park? That kind of works." And I was like, "Yeah, it kind of does." And he called his friend and told him about it. I was like,
He's so stoked about it. He called his friend. He
"Yeah,
lives in New York, where like the coolest things happen at most establishments around New York. The limited time I've spent there, I've had pretty cool things happen in a lot of bars. And this man who lives there, works there, was fascinated by three monster movies on the TV.
hey, I was pumped, all right? The dude's having a good time. I'm having a good time. So, eh.
That's funny.
So, yeah, I
That's super
guess
funny.
that's kind of the last movies I saw without sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sound. Yeah, yeah. So, CJ, what movie are we talking about today?
We're talking about a movie that every single person has been waiting for us to do because they all fucking love it. That's why our viewer count right now is the two of us. So tonight we're talking about Iron Man 3.
Oh man, Iron Man 3. What do I say about this movie? What?
Well,
No, go ahead.
why don't you talk about the plot of it first? Like let's get straight into that because there's really
Sure.
nowhere to start.
Sure. So the movie kind of kicks off with some good old classic. I am blue, and you are blue, and everyone is blue, and you are blue, and the world is blue, or however that song
Yeah,
goes.
that's how it
Um,
goes. That's how. Did you write that song?
yeah, Eiffel
Are you?
65. I was the whole band. I
Wow.
hope it's 65.
Yeah,
I don't
no, you got that right.
know. Okay. So it takes place. It's a little quick flashback of Tony Stark back in the 90s. Basically, he meets this. He's with this girl named Maya. Or is it Maya or Maya? Maya. Yeah,
Maya.
Maya. And he runs into another scientist named something. What the hell is his damn name?
He runs into Guy
Aldrich Killian.
Pearce as a nerd.
Aldrich, yeah, Guy Pearce. Aldrich Killian, the most fucking just douchiest name ever. And he's trying to sell him this whole formula about this and that thing, and basically it's a big conference. He even runs into what's his name from the first Iron Man, the one that he spent time in the cave with for a second, and boom, fast forward, we're back to the present. This takes place directly after Avengers. I want to say maybe a couple months, because that was probably summer time frame, so it was probably 6 months because it was Christmas
Yeah.
time frame. So I'm gonna say 6 months after the events of the Avengers. And Aldrich Killian comes back into the picture. He's all cleaned up because he was kind of like hunchback, kind of nerdy. So I was thinking we could maybe do this. And Tony was just being a, douchebag and was just kind of like, yeah, whatever, nerd. And comes back into play, and he has this whole idea behind this. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. The science and all the just shit in this movie and the super soldiers, dude, I don't fucking know. I even watching it this time, I don't fucking get it. I don't.
It took me 3 tries to watch this movie. All right, and one of those three, yeah, I was drunk. All right, thought maybe that would make it better.
Yeah.
No, I fell asleep
I,
three
I
times and then
don't
had to start
get
it like middle.
how the story is so fucking stupid when Shane Black directed and co-wrote the screenplay for this. This is literally the man who wrote Lethal Weapon, Monster Squad, Lethal Weapon 2, The Last Boy Scout, The Last Action Hero, A Long Kiss Goodnight, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Nice Guys. This guy is the fucking king of 90s action movies. He is the fucking king of this shit. And all those movies have pretty okay, I understand the plot line, and
Yeah,
he just went off the fucking rails with this and took elements from all over Marvel Comics and tried to make them all work together that didn't make sense, that have nothing to do with each other.
it's kind of like when you're a kid, and I'm sure every single person has done this. You have a pack of Starburst, and you're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna make the ultimate Starburst." But the problem is that as a kid, you do it well, and it doesn't matter because it's gonna be great no matter what. But
Yeah,
what Shane Black did is there was something that snuck its way in there, and then it was just shit. There was just
yeah.
shit inside of it.
When you're a kid and in class, you're real little, and they ask you to draw a car, and the car just comes out in this just most obscure, non-drivable way. That's this movie.
Yeah.
It's a kindergartner drawing a car.
Um, Real quick before I get into some of my frustrations, hello, Mom. Thanks for
Hello.
tuning in. We're
Oh,
glad to
she is
have you
there.
here. Yeah.
Hey.
Um, what I don't understand about this movie, and maybe this is something we should just get into later because I feel like this is going to be a big thing. How'd
Yeah.
they get Ben Kingsley? How? How the fuck?
You know what? I'm just gonna real quick go ahead and say it. That's my pick for this movie. I wasn't gonna go with anybody obscure. Ben Kingsley was fucking fantastic in this movie. He might have just been shoehorning it in, but I loved him in this movie
Dude,
so much.
I do agree. I honestly didn't really pick someone. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just baffled at of every person that they have in this cast list. That
Yeah.
dude has the most credits and is the most well trained.
Oh, absolutely.
What? How?
I
What you got? Did you?
feel
What?
like they told him he got to sit in a love seat and drink beers, and he was just like, cool. And that's why he took the role.
He like his switch going from the Mandarin Orange to just like
Mandalorian.
the Mandalorian to just like it's some actor dude was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Trevor. Named Trevor.
Trevor, yeah. But it was just such a I don't know how. Yeah. I mean, Lance, I don't know anything about the like Mandarin, really, like, because I don't know much about the comic, really. But
We can get into that in a bit. I know a lot about it.
cool. So that was confusing. Guy Pearce, not at the top of his career at this point, but still a pretty big actor, like
Yeah.
pretty well
I don't know
trained.
why. I never noticed it, but Guy Pearce's teeth, he's got big fucking teeth. And I don't know what it was about this movie, but it just like, I was like, that's some big fucking teeth, man. And it
Okay.
really bugged me. I don't know why.
Weird. Weird as hell. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Don't like that. Yeah, I was trying to piece together this movie. Oh wait, although Marvel has a short that shows the Mandarin actually exists. Okay.
Yes. There's
Okay.
the Marvel one-shot short that comes after the movie. Ben Kingsley comes back. He's being interrogated by this like FBI dude or something, and he shuts off the tape, and then you kind of get that this guy works for the real Mandarin, um,
Oh.
which he's showing up in the MCU soon.
Okay. All right.
It's very obvious when I say it that's when I explain the Mandarin that you'll know exactly when he's showing up. So
Okay. Well, I look forward to that. Um, yeah, I didn't pick a favorite in this movie because I couldn't really get through it.
I
And maybe
I
it's just
liked
because I had a busy week, but like
yeah,
eh.
I really liked Rebecca Hall too that played
Oh,
Maya.
yeah, Maya Hansen. Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca Hall is great. My favorite role of hers was actually in The Town. She played the uh, banker slash love interest of Ben Affleck in The Town. Remember where
Okay.
they robbed
Oh,
the Boston dudes robbed the banks?
yeah.
The most Boston movie ever. Yeah.
You think that? Yeah, that's pretty
They
Boston.
rob they rob Fenway at the end of the movie. It's the most Boston movie ever.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's I mean, we're not here to talk about that, but like I'm gonna have to think on that.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, I liked Rebecca Hall in it. I liked the action. The action was great.
It visually was like it was visually great.
Yeah.
The CGI was awesome. Just the way that they laid out shots and everything, like I would agree that that was fantastic. That was the best. That might be my like hidden character of the movie is whoever was the head of this like doing CGI.
Yeah.
So
They did.
whoever you
Yeah.
are,
There you go. I have to agree with that. I like that they set this in Christmas. This was the first holiday
you know,
MCU film.
is this a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
I think it is. And I forgot that it was until
Yeah.
watching it. And I think that might have been my most exciting thing. I'm just like, oh, this is a Christmas movie.
And this being the third Iron Man movie and the third Spider-Man movie about to come out is also a Christmas movie. And I wonder if they did that on purpose. Yeah, I realized that the other day.
Whoa. So that means that the third Spider-Man movie is going to be garbage.
Oh God, I hope not. I'm really looking forward to that movie.
Oh, me too.
Oh man, that would suck.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah,
Let's do a quick temp check because I'm feeling a
yeah.
little warm.
Are you heating up like the super soldier people, the super soldier dragon people,
That's why I got it today.
to make sure you don't turn into a super soldier dragon?
No, I thought maybe it would be a nice part of the live stream if I just blew up.
Aw,
It's a
don't do
little
that.
more. It's a little more.
Yeah? Oh,
Not 99.4.
ooh, settle down there, Nelly.
Oh,
Because it's
it's
getting hot in
getting
here.
hot in here. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Whoa,
Wrong
whoa,
live stream.
whoa.
That's my
Yeah,
OnlyFans,
this
guys.
is, yeah, I was like, this is Twitch, not your OnlyFans. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay for that stuff. This is free for you.
Um, so as convoluted and weird as this movie is, I swear to you, I did not read this anywhere, but as I was watching it, I have a, I think there's a subtle metaphor going on in this movie. I think this entire movie is a metaphor about fatherhood. Hear me out.
Okay.
Okay. So it starts with Stark as always treating his Iron Man suits and his tech as his baby. That's his children, right? Um, at one point, he's literally like taking care of a fucking kid. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of the movie, when Maya ends up being bad, her whole thing is she's mad because they had a one night stand back in 1999 and he doesn't remember any of it. It's a metaphor for a one night stand that he knocked up and is coming back with the baby that he wrote on the back of the card. It's all a metaphor for fatherhood and a one night stand and his illegitimate children that he leaves in his past.
So then, like, what you're saying is that, like, your metaphor for fatherhood typically ends in
Or lack of
murdering all of
fatherhood.
lack of fatherhood ends in murdering all of your children.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty intense, man. All right.
But
I
he
would.
doesn't. They just throw that away after this. Because the
Yeah.
next movie shows up as Age of Ultron, and he's just like, I have all my Iron Man suits, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. That part frustrated me so much because why? What's the point of just blowing up all of them and
Yeah.
then bringing them back, but make them sentient?
That's just fraud, waste, and abuse. I don't know what the metal alloy on that like costs, but it's got to be very expensive.
Yo, repart it. You could make a sick car with that.
Yeah, hands down. Like,
That's actually what the Cybertruck is made out of. It's blown up Iron Man outfits.
I can't wait to get one.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to get one because I don't want one in Brooklyn because I'll just run over everything.
Just crushing cars and people.
No, not
So,
people. Not people.
not purposely.
Okay, well, it'll be driving itself, so I'm not responsible.
Blame it on. So I learned a fun fact about Tesla today that apparently um, if you tell your Tesla, there's some update now. If you tell your Tesla, open your butthole, the little back charging port opens.
Oh,
And if you say close your butthole, it closes.
I think that's kind of cute.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun.
I want to tell my Jeep to open its butthole.
I mean, you still can, it just won't do anything.
That's true. It's true. Uh, let's let's talk about the comic origins a little bit. I mean,
Great.
first off, the super soldier thing is pulled from some obscure Marvel comic that I've never even fucking heard of. Like the whole creatures that heat up and everything. That's a whole like thing that has nothing to do with any of this shit or any of these characters. That was pulled from some obscure shit. But as far as the god damn it, the Mandarin, I keep wanting to say Mandalorian. I can't
Hey,
like not say
just
it.
say orange after Mandarin and you'll never fuck
Yeah,
it up.
the Mandarin orange. Um,
You
I
said it
mean they
right.
kind. There you go.
Mm,
They kind of get it right as far as, oh excuse me. Um, as far as him being a huge nemesis of Iron Man, he's also fought Thor and Hulk a lot. He's fought pretty much the whole Avengers to like Power Man, like all of them. They've teamed up and beaten him before, but basically he's just the typical megalomaniac. But he's also tied himself into more of the uh or like the dark arts and the mystic stuff a little bit, to where they don't obviously lean on that at all. But he has these 10 rings in the comics that he got from an alien spacecraft that crashed on Earth, and each one of them gives him a different avatar that he can pull up. He's Ben 10 basically.
Oh,
He's Ben 10 of the Marvel universe.
now, okay. This is. I don't know how too well informed you are on Ben 10. Um, I'm not, but I know Lance is, and I don't know if he's
Yeah.
like still here. Would this guy beat Ben 10?
No, because
I don't think so.
I think Ant-Man beat him up one time. Like,
Yeah, because Ben 10 can pull the powers from that person and then become that. Like, I read a whole thing on why Ben 10 would beat Thanos. It was weird. I don't know. I was in a weird day.
I do that, so
Yeah. So, all right,
yeah.
continue. So he's Ben 10. Heard.
Yeah, he's Ben 10 basically. He's popped up a shit ton of times. I mean, originally around in 1966. Same with AIM. So if you pay attention, Guy Pearce's character says that he's in charge of AIM, which is the Advanced Idea Mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, Advanced Idea Mechanics, which is just a branch of Hydra. So this is really our first introduction of Hydra.
Oh,
But in the comics, it's headed by Baron von Strucker, who is the scientist who worked on Wanda and
right.
Mac and uh yeah. Anyway, Quicksilver,
And we'll get introduced to them in Age of
Age
Ultron,
of
correct?
Ultron. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Which AIM, like, I mean, they made a bunch of like big baddies, including Modoc, which is probably like it's such an obscure character that I don't think they'll ever pull in Modoc. Modoc's like this big head thing, and it stands for mental organism designed only for killing. And
Oh,
it's yeah, it's super
cool.
cheesy. It's like the most like 70s Marvel shit. Like I would be super into it if they brought Modoc in, um but yeah, it's all tied in with Hydra, and that whole branch and things with Red Skull, but the whole Aldrich Killian being in charge of it's just made up shit for this movie. Like, I'm all for pulling elements and creating your own storyline, but this just this is just some made up bullshit. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, because
Like,
there was no explanation on like how he unlocked this like
no,
ultra. No, there was no explanation on it. It was just like, I figured this out. Do you want to buy it?
no.
Hello, I'm super handsome now. Do you want to like bang later, or do you want to buy this from me? So,
Right?
tell you.
Right?
I was like, I get it. You are very attractive, but I don't want to. And also, your teeth are way too large.
You have big teeth. Get out of here. Why don't you fuck off there, Memento?
Where's your tattoos now, bitch? What? What?
Oh, let's talk about Guy Pearce's fucking sweet dragon tattoos or whatever he had. Did
Oh
you
my
notice that
god.
at the end?
Yeah, I did.
That was him embracing his whole like Eastern Asian culture ripoff bullshit, I guess, that he was trying to do with the whole Mandarin persona. Like, I do want to say one good thing about this movie. We had a dope ass cameo by my boy, Lyndon Ashby, who plays Johnny Cage in the original Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah. Oh my
He was the
god.
commander.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that was Lyndon
Whoa.
Ashby that played Johnny Cage.
All right.
I'm the only person in the world that knows that Johnny Cage's name was Lyndon Ashby.
Yeah, you are. Oh man,
Uh,
that's dope.
yeah,
Uh,
I remember I was like, "Is that Johnny Cage?" Like,
Is he about
Yeah.
shadow kick someone?
Oh, that'd be so dope. He's not. I don't think he's in the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
And
I
this
don't think he
movie,
is either because I don't
which
think it's not a continuation.
no, but it's just that he's not in it, and I don't know why, and it's making me mad. But
Oh,
whatever.
like
Johnny Cage is
the character
yeah, the
Johnny Cage.
character, not
'Cause
not Lyndon Ashby.
I was like, why would he
Lyndon
be?
Ashby's like in his
It's like
late 50s,
cool.
early 60s. Like
Yeah.
I
No,
don't think we.
I don't think he. I mean, he gets killed. It's because it's kind of a continuation off of the trailer or like
Oh,
the short
it's
film that they did.
oh you mean or the sequel? He died in Annihilation, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna
Okay.
do a whole separate thing with Mortal Kombat, and I'll tell you guys about that later because I've got a whole idea with Braden to do it. So
You
we'll
should
talk. We'll talk about
do
that.
it. Do it. Um, this movie obviously it had too much shit going on. I mean, the Iron Patriot kind of like, hey, let's shoehorn that in there, for literally no reason, just for him to take the suit at the end to get closer to the president. And then when the dude gets in the Iron Patriot suit, he uses his like power blaster one time, and then the rest of the time he's just shooting a gun. He's just shooting everybody with a gun while he's in this Iron Patriot suit. I'm like, first off, I don't even think his finger would fit in the trigger well.
No,
Like,
not at all.
no.
And if you put me in a suit like that, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to get real weird, and I'm going to do
Yeah.
nothing normal of the things that I used to. Like, it's going to. I'm
No.
obviously not a soldier, so we'll leave it at for me, real weird.
Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So, oh, the stunt at the end, the big free fall stunt. That was actually a professional stunt team where they all connect hands. He says, you guys remember Barrel of Monkeys or whatever?" And when Air Force One is going down and they all have to jump
Yeah,
out of the
yeah,
plane. Yeah, that was a real stunt that was done by a professional parachuting team.
that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it was a really dope stunt. Like that was 100% real. They all connected arms. I mean, it didn't quite go down where he like flew them in and landed them in the water. They all pulled their parachutes, but the whole like
Right.
connecting in the air and grabbing each other and all that shit, that was real. So
Well,
that was
all
a
right,
dope stunt. That's probably one of the first like big practical stunts I think I've seen in the MCU.
dude. I'm so curious. Like, I just had to look it up because normally I already know this, but the budget for this movie, it besides the script, they've
Yeah.
got big names coming in. All right, they've
Yeah.
got a very huge practical stunt that costs so much. The CGI looked one of the best. They're coming off a high from the Avengers, so I was really curious about what the actual budget was. And the Avengers obviously had a huge budget because it was a cast of like now stars.
Yeah.
Uh, what compared to the other ones, and I'll give you the other ones. Iron Man,
Okay.
140 million. Iron Man 2, 200 million. The Avengers, 220 million. What do you think the budget for this movie was?
339 million.
No, lower.
Oh, way lower.
Way lower. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. I don't know. We'll go with 200 million.
It was 200 million. All right. I
Oh, just
really
like Iron Man
expected
2?
I expected more due to all of the extensive things that they have, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't also know how movies are made, so I'm
And
just a dude.
this movie made 1.2 billion dollars. At the time of its release, it was the fifth highest grossing movie of all time. I think it was like the sixth highest opening too.
Oh,
Like
well.
this movie made a shit ton of money. Critics destroyed it. Well, no, it was mixed. Um, but they did get nominated, I believe, for the CGI. I think got nominated for an Academy Award.
Okay, which I can definitely see that. Like,
Yeah, and a BAFTA, I believe. So
They even the effect of the people getting fire through their veins, however you want to call that, it looked
yeah,
really good. It looked
heating
fantastic,
up their core.
heating up their core. All right, which
Heating up.
mine's getting heated up right now.
What? Let's check in. Where are we at?
Oh, 99.1. It's down from
Oh,
last time.
oh, okay.
All
Good.
right, all right.
All right. All right. God, there was no big anything from this movie. Like, it doesn't continue. Okay, I do want to talk about one thing. Um, I like that they addressed anxiety and character dealing with. He says he doesn't have it, but he's dealing with effects of post traumatic stress disorder
Yeah,
from the events of the Avengers, and I thought that was a really like bold character choice to give Tony Stark, to take a guy who's just high and mighty and always so competent, and giving him that arc to get through. Beating up a bunch of guys, saving your girlfriend, and saving the president of the United States does not get you over PTSD, though. So
no,
that was
no.
kind of a weird choice to pick as his way of, of getting over that character arc.
Yeah, I
But
would never give someone that advice of just like, oh, you just witnessed something super dramatic. Guess what? Go beat up those dudes down the street. All
yeah,
right.
go through something as just as traumatic.
Like
Like,
I do really like that they did address it, and I think a lot of the early scenes from like the 90s or whatever were all part of it was to introduce fucking Aldridge, Kendrian, whatever, Kendrick
yeah,
Lamar,
Kendrick Lamar.
to introduce Guy Pearce's character, but I think also if it was so you had a visual of just like him being at the top, him being at we won't even say the bottom because like he's not at his lowest yet. We find that
No.
out later, and it's even as it's like he's like a little less than mid.
Yeah.
But I've also never flown a nuclear missile through a space portal, so like I can't really justify my own feelings on how he's doing because
Yeah.
that's different experience. Like,
Yeah.
never done that. All right.
Yeah.
Hope I never have to.
I hope you do, because that would be dope.
Yeah, but what if I don't come back? You know,
You'll always be remembered.
I probably would come back because I probably would have just like let go of the missile right after the portal.
Yeah, probably. That would make sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd probably.
If it makes it to the aliens, if it doesn't, whatever.
You're about to
Like,
shut the portal anyway.
yeah. Yeah.
We didn't
They
even
would
talk about that last week.
Yeah. That whole part. No, there was way too much to unpack
I
on
know.
the
And we had our
Avengers.
first like 4 people, which real quick, thanks to Ryan and Lance for hopping in.
Yeah.
It was so nice to have some fresh faces. Like I love looking at Jeff's face, but it was nice to hear some fresh voices and see some fresh faces.
It is. It is. Which should have some guests. I got two friends of mine that want to come on for possibly Infinity War, but we'll have discussions about that
Cool.
because I don't know how we're gonna handle that.
Yeah.
Um, and hopefully we can have some more people on as
I
we're
I got a
trotting our
buddy
way
that
through.
wants to do Guardians, but I figured
Oh,
that's also like a discussion to figure out just like,
yeah, that's coming up in like 3 weeks.
oh shit,
So
exciting. What do we
yeah,
got? Well, we'll get into what we got next week.
yeah.
Let's take a quick break, and
Okay.
we'll circle back on a couple things. You want to do a little WandaVision, or you want to do a little Cat Mass? What are you feeling?
Let's go WandaVision tonight.
All right. So I know you're probably definitely not tired of looking at us, but like, hey, here, look at us some more. We'll
Yep.
see you in a bit. All right, we are back talking about Iron Man 3, which we clearly have so much to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. It's a movie that happened.
it exists. So that's cool. I want to get into like I think like one of the best parts of it was his relationship with Wheeler, which
Yeah,
his name is Wheeler, right?
yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay, well, if
It is
anyone's,
now.
it's now. So, yeah, I really enjoyed seeing him just like it was a new level for him because he's only ever dealt with adults and just like the most attractive women on screen. So, seeing him just be like, "Oh shit, now I'm hanging out with a kid. Get
Yeah,
me a
it,
goddamn sandwich," or I
and
don't
they
know,
kind of
whatever.
they played off each other like really well, and the kid was really funny,
Yeah.
especially when he's like leaving him, and the kid's like, he's like, go ahead and leave, just like my dad did. He's like, are you guilt tripping me? And then he's like, I'm cold. Like, yeah, no, the kid was nailing it with the jokes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really liked him. I'm hoping he makes a return.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hoping he makes a big return eventually, if you catch my
I
drift.
do catch your drift.
I'm really hoping on that, but I feel like they're gonna go the Riri Williams Ironheart route with the story,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. But
I would say with I that's definitely the route that they're going to go.
I
Um
would think so. And
I
that casting, they gotta fucking nail that because
oh,
Riri
they have to.
Williams is a dope ass
Yeah.
character, and yeah.
Yeah, just a random note, I got into a conversation with a buddy of mine, and I don't think he understood what I was saying, but he was like, I think Captain America's gonna come back, and I was like, no, Chris Evans,
No, no,
it's
he's
not
not.
coming back. No, it's
Oh, he's
absolutely
done.
not. And then,
Why would they make a whole story arc about another man taking up the mantle of Captain
yeah,
America and just be like, fuck that. We're
well,
bringing back Chris Evans.
and then he
Like,
was, well, and then he was like, and then he like asked me, he was like, well, do you think like that would happen before like Iron Man? And I was like, no, I truly do think that Robert Downey Jr. will return, but he's not
yeah,
returning as Iron Man. He'll return as an old man because his response was, well, dude, he's not going to come back as Iron Man. He's like, he's in his 50s now. Chris Evans is not. And I was like, you're not listening to me. What I'm saying is that no, Chris Evans he's an old man now. He's a literal old man. There's
yeah.
really to bring him back would take some like terrible crazy rewrites of just bullshit that I don't want to get through.
Yeah.
But like you bring back RDJ as just like an old dude that's yeah, I could see that happening.
Or bring him back as like an AI,
Yeah. I could see that like a
right?
Jarvis type deal.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be dope. Oh, I'd be into that.
I would be so into him
Oh shit.
being like a Jarvis
But
character.
but what if they only put him inside that arm?
On the one that he's always mad at.
Yeah.
Bless up to that arm, by the way, because this is the last movie we ever see it in.
I know. That arm was so great. It was such a fun character. And it
It
was just
was.
a robotic arm.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
It's like one of our favorite like characters of the Iron Man series. Like,
Hey, shout out to robotic arms, all right?
yeah,
You guys are the
yeah.
real true heroes.
Remember that we said that when Skynet happens. We supported you, okay? We support
Oh.
you. Like if we're Chronicles supports Skynet.
Yeah, that what's the actor's name that plays that kid?
I don't know. Honestly, this is the first movie I've ever seen this kid in. I can't even find him. Kids always get kind of like shafted.
I think Ty Simpkins.
Ty Simpkins? Okay.
But that's just the first thing that came up and yeah, yeah. Oh, it's not Wheeler. It's Harley Keener. What the fuck?
Keener. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Harley Keener. Okay. Holy shit, that dude's done a lot. He was War of the Worlds, Pride and Glory, um, Insidious, Arcadia, Extracted, Iron Man 3, Insidious Chapter 2, Hangman, Jurassic World, The Nice
Oh,
Guys, Insidious The
he
Last
is.
Key,
I
Avengers
do remember
Endgame.
him.
Yes. That
I
kid
do
is
remember him in
he's
Jurassic
getting
World.
work. Yeah.
He was the youngest of the two kids in
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
Yep.
That's right.
Which I didn't even make that
Oh,
connection.
real quick, shout out to Gary the cameraman. Gary needs Tony, and Tony needs
Oh.
Gary. See, this movie kind of nailed the comedic chops. Like there was a
Yeah.
lot of good comedic like points in this movie that I was like, oh, that was really funny. That was a funny little bit there, and yeah, yeah. So I'll give that to him.
Yeah.
Like the action, the CGI, and the comedy. It's just the plot, and that's the core of a movie. The plot is fucking stupid.
Yep.
So, but the acting's great all around. Did you notice too on our Instagram post today the story
Did
that
you
I took?
yeah, you replaced him with Terrence Howard?
Yeah, I put Terrence Howard's face over Don Cheadle's.
Yeah. I
I
thought
don't
that
know.
was
I just
fun.
thought that'd be funny.
Yeah. I was
Just
like,
because I still want to see all these movies just redone, just with Terrence Howard in place. Just cause fuck it. Maybe I'll go through. I'll just edit every single Avengers and Iron Man movie that Don Cheadle's in, and just put Terrence Howard in there.
you'll just throw a deep fake on it, and
Deep
then you'll
fake
just
every
start
one
putting
of
it out.
them.
I don't think we have much left to say, but I do want to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow because when she starts getting the her core is starting to heat up. What a goddamn babe, and what a
Yeah,
badass! Like, it
yeah,
was so nice to see, like, from where he's like she started as just this like kind of mousy, nervous, like Tony, fucking stop being a dick, like do your job.
yeah,
To just like fucking crushing it. Like, it was
yeah,
so nice to see that transition.
yeah. I agree. Yeah,
And
she was great in that.
I'm still going to throw this out there to anyone listening or anyone that sees this. I do still want to get one of her candles that smells like her vagina because that's super weird, but I'm very curious. So if anyone wants to send me a gift, it's a
Um,
good gift.
the only problem with that though is that those candles are exploding.
Wait a minute. So those candles are as if Iron Man 3 went a different way?
Yes. They also explode the way that. Wait, is Iron Man 3 a documentary? Is it real?
Whoa. Is that whole thing a metaphor about candles? Because how everyone. Whoa.
That's fucking crazy, man. Oh,
Dude.
real quick. Anytime we have any military shit, there's a point at the beginning where they show that the Mandarin have blown up Ali Salim in Kuwait. I've been to Ali Salim. That's not what it looks like at all. It's kind of
Oh.
actually a barren wasteland, and they showed this like big city just like get blown up, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that was Baghdad, but okay, like I don't know. I've been to Ali Salim like a couple times actually. It's just really hot. That's all there is to say about it. It's just a hot place, but it's a lot of hotness today. Speaking of that, temperature check.
Oh, let's see how I'm doing. Are you working? No.
See if you're hot like the Kuwait desert. This is intense.
I know. I'm nervous.
Looks like you're applying some sort of balm to your forehead.
Ah, I'm at 99.9.
What? You're about to get sick. I don't know why we're I don't know why I'm excited about
I
that.
was like,
You're
I
about to
don't
have a
think
temperature, bro.
we're not celebrating. I think you are, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I don't
"Ah,
know why.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting excited about that. I don't know.
I mean,
24 hours, I'm telling you, probably by like tomorrow night, you'll be like, I feel pretty good, and then by like Thursday, you'll be like 100%.
yeah, I'm anticipating the worst, especially because Thursday I go and do a 12-hour shift.
Oof.
But
You should be good.
I get to work at 11 a.m. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, hydrate or dehydrate, man. Just drink it up.
Yeah, that's why I got fucking Pedialyte. Like,
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
doing it.
Pedialyte.
When
I'll
I
save the world.
when I left work today, like I chugged 3 rocks glasses of pickle juice
Oh, I
just to
thought you were
like.
gonna say rock stars. I chugged 3 rock stars. You probably shouldn't have
He's
done
like,
that.
that's not a good
Even
idea.
I drink a rock star every day, and I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no. Um, I don't have anything else to talk about with this movie.
Yeah, it's a movie that happened in 2013.
So now Iron Man has no suits, and you'll never see him again.
Nope. Yep. According to how this movie ends, he's done.
I guess let's. All right. So, Jeff, what would you rate this movie? 1 to 6 stones.
Oh, this is a solid 2 for me. I'm not budging on it.
It's also a solid 2 for me because
Okay.
if it wasn't for the visual effects, I don't know
Yeah.
if it would be a 0 or a 1.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Oof.
Um. All right. So, hey, give us a follow, give us a shout if you want to hear about what we're doing. Oh wait, I need to also. All right, this movie's just kind of crushing me. Jeff, will you
Yeah.
tell everyone what we're watching next week?
We're gonna have another rough week. Next week we're watching Thor: The Dark World.
All right.
Don't worry, it gets better after this, folks. It gets a lot better.
And hopefully we have a guest on that one. We might even force a guest on that one just to help it
Yes.
along.
Just to torture them.
So if you have any questions or if you know we're coming up to a movie and you have things that you want to bring up, let us know. You can get a hold of us on at Blankfort Chronicles on Instagram, Blankfort Bros on Twitter, our Gmail, blankfortchronicles@gmail.com. Really, I mean, just message us. You can find us. You can find me at Colin Ferguson on Instagram, and then I don't know, just don't look anywhere else. Jeff, how can people get a hold of you?
You can find me also at the real Jeff Wellman.
As opposed
not
to the
the fake
fake
one.
Jeff Wellman.
Yes.
Don't
do
fuck
not-
that up. It'll
not
get
fuck
real
that
weird
one
if you do. It'll get real weird for
Yep.
you.
You'll get things and spam. That's what you'll get. You'll just get a ton of spam from the fake Jeff Wellman.
Wait, like spam in a can or like
Yes,
messages?
spam in a can will be mailed to you daily.
Okay, well, I will.
I will go look up the fake Jeff Wellman. See if I
Set.
can get some fucking spam.
Fuck
Dope,
yeah,
bro.
let's go!
Prep. Doom prep. Yeah.
Yeah, so, next week we'll be on at the same time, or around the same time. I don't know what's
Around
going
the
on in
same
my
time.
life.
Yeah. We've been having some issues with Twitch and me trying to stream it. I don't get it. So
Hey, one day, man.
one day I'll be able to be a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, and then you can quit the army.
Yep. As soon as my Twitch stream goes off, I'm good. As soon
Hey,
as I just get it to work.
on that note, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, just bye.
Bye.